Dr. Deguchi is redefining what it means to lead with purpose. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Hikaru Deguchi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Japan. For the past 18 months, you have explored leadership across nations, strategy, innovation, performance, and purpose. And now you stand in Tokyo of capstone. Not the end of your journey, but the beginning of deeper one. This is a Torii Gate, the gateway to Ise Grand Shrine, the most sacred Shinto shrine, revered as the ancestral shrine of Japan imperial family. Today, let me take you to one sacred symbol of that spirit. Japan offers something rare in our world today, a civilization that has mastered the art of renewal. For more than 1,300 years, this shrine has been completely rebuilt every 20 years. Every pillar, every beam, every treasure, renewed through a sacred ceremony called Shikinen Sengu. Each generation rebuilds it, not to change, but to remember how to begin again. The philosophy behind it is called Tokuaka, ever young. It means that life stays forever fresh when it continuously renewed. It's not preservation, it's regeneration. The spirit of Tokuaka is the rebirth of the soul of Japan. It's not merely to rebuild, it's to breathe life once again into what is sacred. To sustain this ritual, Japan plants cypress trees under 300 years forest plan. Trees planted by one generation will be harvested by their descendants 3 centuries later. Each beam of the new shrine carries the blessing of those who will never see it. And here is the most remarkable part. Most of the funding does not come from the government, but from the sincere offering of ordinary citizens, farmers, samurais, and craftsmen, people who believe they are part of something eternal. This is not just architecture. It's a living network of spirit, a civilization that passes on, not buildings, but kokorozashi, the unwavering will to serve life beyond one's lifetime. Perhaps that's why 65% of the world's 200-year-old companies are found here in Japan. Because this nation has never worshipped permanence. It has cultivated continuity. It has never feared impermanence. It has celebrated rebirth. This is the soul of Japan, a civilization that remains ever young because it lives by kokorozashi. the eternal will to renew the world from within. And that's why today the leaders of the PwC network have come here, not merely to learn from Japan, but to rediscover what humanity itself has the potential to become. More than 1400 years ago, Prince Shotoku, one of Japan's most visionary leaders, crafted the 17-article constitution, emphasizing the spirit of harmony and the foundation of a nation. It was not just political code, but a moral compass, a declaration that inner harmony must guide outer governance. And the same Prince Shotoku wrote this character, KOKOROZASHI, with his own brush. In Japan, we say a single brush stroke can carry a lifetime of spirit. Every movement of the brush is reflection of one's soul. Every line contains intention, humility, and purpose. In this single character, KOKOROZASHI, we see the essence of Japanese leadership: to live and act from a higher purpose that transcends the self. The character is composed of two profound ideas. The upper part, the samurai, the warrior of absolute integrity. The lower part, the spirit, the fierce core of compassion. When these two converge, KOKOROZASHI is born. From that moment, the DNA of Japanese leadership began to flow. The courage to act from the inside out. The samurai spirit is not about fighting others. It's about mastering oneself. Discipline, devotion, and purpose in motion. KOKOROZASHI is born where the samurai spirit meets the soul of leadership, where actions aligns with meaning. It's not a dream or plan. It's a fusion of purpose and purity, not limited by gender or title, but the axis that turns vision into destiny. When ambition turns into service and doing become being, the samurai spirit awakens the soul of leadership. A dream is about what you hope to take. KOKOROZASHI is about what you are called to give. A dream whispers, I want to be successful. KOKOROZASHI sings, I want to serve something greater than myself. A dream ends when it comes true. KOKOROZASHI begins when it comes true, because it gives life beyond you. When you follow a dream, you build a personal story. When you follow your KOKOROZASHI, you build a legacy of spirit. There are three qualities of the samurai spirit. First, it is the soul to serve a cause greater than your ego. The leadership begins when your purpose stops being a personal success story and becomes a source of life for others. When ambition turns into contribution, you no longer chase recognition. You create a legacy of spirit. Second is the power to awaken the invisible bond called kimyaku, the living current of shared kokorozashi. It's not a network of information, but a resonance of hearts. When people share kokorozashi, trust appears naturally, and the group breathes as one living spirit. Third, the spirit of kokorozashi continues beyond the physical self. It transcends body and time, passing its light to the next generation. It's the immortal flame of the samurai spirit, the promise that your purpose will live beyond you. When you find your kokorozashi, you awaken a light that never fades, a star that future generations can follow. I learned that leadership is not about how high we climb, but how deeply we connect. Not what we take from the world, but what we give back to it. Because when we live from the samurai spirit, our dreams don't end. They evolve into the soul of leadership. The samurai stood between two worlds, the visible world of results and the invisible world of virtue. To live only in the visible world is to chase number. To live only in the invisible world is float with the ground. But the true leader stands in between, at musubime, the sacred knot, where strategy meets soul. Musubime means the sacred place of connection. It's where the head and the heart meet, where logic and empathy, clarity and compassion, precision and presence intertwine. Most people believe strategy belongs to the head and soul belongs to the heart. But the true leader is the one who ties the two together. When reason meets empathy, when intellect joins with integrity, something extraordinary happens. Strategy comes alive. That is the musubime, the sacred knot where head and heart unite. With the PwC network, your purpose to build trust in society and solve important problems is not a statement. It's a living resonance, a vow that unites thousands of hearts across the world, not a network of offices, but of purpose. Every spreadsheet and conversation becomes part of a larger human promise to turn trust into action and purpose into life. When the samurai spirit and the soul of leadership intertwine, we don't just manage change, we embody transformation. In Western stories, heroes save the world alone, like Superman. But in Japanese stories, like Dragon Ball, true strength appears when hearts unite. When the strong and the weak, the brave and the uncertain rise together as one. That's the samurai spirit. Not one person saving the world, but the world awakening together. In 2022, we created the mosaic of Hokusai's Great Wave, the second most famous painting in the world after the Mona Lisa, built from 41,000 photos of people who found their own kokorozashi. Each pixel was a vow, a spark of soul. Together, they became a living current, a kimyaku, the shared pulse of awakening humanity. Now, imagine this. Within the PwC network, 360,000 professionals in 157 countries, each with their own kokorozashi, aligned not by hierarchy, but by harmony. If 41,000 hearts created one wave, what could 360,000 souls create together? Not a wave of power, but a wave of compassion. Not of ambition, but of harmony. Not to manage the world, but to lift it. That's a great wave of kokorozashi. And you, the leaders gathered here, are the tide that will carry it to its crest. Because the greatest wave is not made of water, it's made of hearts and souls. So, how do we bring this spirit into our daily work? Not through theory, but through practice. Through samurai LVS communication, not Libiton system. This is samurai joke, okay? Living technologies that carry and awaken life within every human interaction. They are not methods to do more, but ways to be more. To let every conversation become an act of creation. These technologies take form in three ways: how we listen, how we see, and how we speak. Here are the three. One, samurai listening. Listen not just to words, but to the seed of life, the quiet purpose within another soul. When we listen this way, we awaken the vow to let all life flourish. Second, samurai viewing. See not from the eyes of the self, but through the living relationship between your life and another's. To truly view is to perceive how two lives meet. Every relationship becomes a place of awakening, a mirror through which life itself evolves. 3. Samurai speaking. Speak words that give life, kototama, the word soul that awakens light in others. Such words do not persuade, they revive. This is not a method of technique. It's a technology of consciousness, a way for the soul to communicate directly through listening, viewing, and speaking. When we listen to the life in others, see the bond that unites our lives, and speak words that give life, we no longer exchange information. We exchange creation. That's what it means to be an evolved human. I won't go into detail here, but please look at the booklet I will share with you tomorrow. This is not an idea. It's a living technology already practiced by many across the world. Before we close, I want to offer you a symbol you can hold. A gift born from the hidden harmony of Japan. Let me start with a question. Have you ever heard of the golden ratio? The golden ratio, 1 to 1.618, is known as the mathematics of beauty. It shapes the Parthenon in Greece, the spiral of seashells, and even the formation of galaxies. It represents perfection and symmetry, the beauty of expansion. It is a symbol of an ever-evolving civilization that reaches outward. But in Japan, beauty flows in a different direction. It turns inward, toward stillness, balance, and heart. This is Yamato ratio, 1 to 1.414. Yamato means great harmony, the ancient name for Japan, symbolizing a culture rooted in peace and compassion. You can ever find this Yamato ratio hidden in the design of Japan's treasures, from the statue of Ashura and the Ginkakuji Temple to the beloved face of Hello Kitty. And even in the helmet of the samurai. This is Japan's secret beauty, harmony made visible. The Yamato ratio expresses harmony, the quiet balance at the center of all things. And from this spirit of invisible harmony, a new symbol was born, not a logo, but a pledge. This is Decode, recently received the A-Design Award, one of the world's largest design competitions. Recognized not for its form, but for the spirit within. Born from ancient Japanese wisdom, Decode is a living symbol of the samurai spirit. The musubime, the sacred knot between form and spirit. Its geometry follows the Yamato ratio. If we define the smaller square as 1, the next larger square becomes 1.414. Each of 8 directions follows this proportion. Even the diagonal line of each square reflects the Yamato ratio. Decode is the perfect symbol of the Yamato ratio. I like to give you a gift born from the spirit of Japan. Decode card. When you hold this card, you hold a mirror of your own kokorozashi, your inner compass. When the noise of the world pulls you off center, it quietly guides you back to your axis. And if you listen closely, it may whisper. Stay true to the fire within. Breathe life into every word. Now, you are the samurai.
Thank you, Dr. Deguchi, for that inspiration and for our own kokorozashi, which we will explore further tomorrow. Very much looking forward to getting into this samurai and the spirit together, and looking forward to receiving the pamphlet tomorrow with the decode as well.